All right, let's get straight into it. Today, we're going to crack a classic GCSE maths question. I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step method that isn't just about getting the right answer, it's about making sure you bag every single mark. So let's do this.
So, where does this question come from? Well, it's straight out of the Pearson Edexcel GCSE Maths Higher Tier Paper 1. And you know what that means, right? No calculators allowed. This one is all about what you know and how you show you're working.
And here it is, question 1. Here are the first 4 terms of an arithmetic sequence, 1, 5, 9, 13. Find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of this sequence. Now pay close attention to that little bit at the end. It's worth a total of 2 marks.
Now, 2 marks might not sound like a huge deal, but trust me, they all add up. So, how do you make absolutely sure you get both of them? What is an examiner really looking for to give you full credit? You know, the secret is all in the official mark scheme. Think of it as the examiner's playbook. We're going to peek inside and use it to build the perfect answer together. Let's break it down. Okay, step 1, find the difference. Before we do anything else, we have to look at the sequence itself and figure out what's going on between the numbers. So here are our numbers, 1, 5, 9, and 13. I bet if you just look at them for a second, you can already see the pattern jumping out at you.
Yep, you got it. To get from 1 to 5, you add 4. From 5 to 9, you add 4 again. And from 9 to 13, same thing, plus 4. This consistent jump is what we call the common difference, and it's the absolute key to unlocking the first part of our answer.
So that number, plus 4. That is the engine driving this whole sequence. It's the first major clue we need. And because that common difference is 4, here's the rule. The expression for the nth term is going to start with 4n. It's that simple. And just by figuring that out, we're already on our way to getting the first mark.
In fact, let's look at the exact wording from the mark scheme. It says you get 1 mark, what they call a B1 mark, for 4n plus k, and then some extra conditions. What that basically means is, if you just write down 4n, you've shown the examiner you know what you're doing, and boom, you're halfway there. You've got 1 mark in the bag. All right, step 2, find the constant. We've got the 4n part, but that's not the complete answer. Now we need to figure out that final little adjustment. So let's think about this for a second. If our expression was just 4n, what would the first term be? Well, for the first term, n is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. But hang on, the actual first term in our sequence is 1, so we're off. How do we fix that? Here's a really neat trick to solve this. We find what's sometimes called the 0th term. Basically, we work backwards. We know we add 4 to go forwards in the sequence, so what do you think we do to go backwards? Exactly. We subtract 4. Our first term is 1, so we do 1 minus our difference of 4, which gives us minus 3. And that right there, that minus 3, is the magic number. It's the constant we've been looking for.
Okay, we have our 2 pieces of the puzzle. We have the 4n part and we have the -3 part. Let's put them together and build our final 2-mark answer.
And there you have it. The final expression is 4n minus 3. Let's just do a quick sanity check, right? For the first term, n is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Minus 3 is 1. Perfect. For the second term, n is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 3 is 5. It works perfectly. And if we go back to our examiner's playbook, the mark scheme, what does it say? B2 for 4n minus 3 OE. That B2 means 2 marks to full score. But what on earth does that little OE mean? This next bit is so important for understanding how you're graded. Let's get inside the examiner's mind and see what other answers they would have given full marks for.
So that OE is just shorthand for or equivalent. It's the mark scheme's way of saying, hey, there's more than one way to write this down correctly. The examiner is actually allowed to accept a few different formats.
So what does that actually look like? Well, obviously 4n minus 3 is perfect. But look at this, you could have written 4x minus 3 instead of using n, and that's totally fine. You could even write it as un equals 4n minus 3 or t equals 4n minus 3. As long as that 4n minus 3 part is there and correct, you're getting those 2 marks. Now this is crucial. Let's look at what gets 1 mark versus what gets the full 2. We already know just 4n gets you 1 mark, but look at these common mistakes that lose you that second mark. Writing n equals 4n minus 3 is wrong because the question asks for an expression, not an equation. And something like 4n minus 3 is just, well, it's not proper notation. That clean, simple 4n minus 3 is the key to both marks.
Okay, so let's lock this in. It's a simple, repeatable method. Step 1, find the difference between the terms. If it's plus 4, you start with 4n. Step 2, work backwards to find that 0th term. In our case, 1 minus 4 was minus 3. And step 3, just slam them together for your final expression, 4n minus 3.
So there you go. It's not just about knowing the maths, it's about knowing how the marks are given. You basically have the examiner's blueprint now. So the real question is, how many other arithmetic sequence questions are you going to go and absolutely crush using this exact same method?